Last.
Two 17-year-old boys from the northern suburbs have been charged after a drive-by shooting at Angie's farm early this morning. They're accused of possessing ammunition without a licence and failing to answer questions after several shots were fired at a house in Eaton Drive around 4 a.m. A firearm was located in a vehicle near the scene and has been seized for forensic examination. An 18-year-old man inside the house was taken to hospital with injuries to his leg. Investigations are continuing. Good news for our police. They're in line for a pay rise of up to 17.9% in the new year after their union negotiated an historic enterprise bargaining deal. It's the largest pay increase in nearly 30 years, but also comes with a suite of improved conditions. It's hoped it'll stem the exodus from SAPOL. Almost 16,000 school leavers have been checking their Year 12 results today. ATAR scores are critical for those who want to continue studying at university. But Education Minister Blair Boyer says those who didn't get the result they wanted shouldn't despair.
So if you are someone who can get yourself that qualification, regardless of whether it's a university bachelor's degree or a certificate 3 or a apprenticeship or a traineeship, there are real, well-paid, secure jobs at the end of it at a rate that we haven't seen in South Australia for a very, very long time. So that should all be positive news.
A resort in Fiji says it's conducting a thorough investigation into the suspected methanol poisoning of 7 tourists. 4 Australians are among a group who've fallen ill after drinking cocktails at a bar. The Fijian government says their condition is now stable. 2 of the Australians are on their way home. Last month, a suspected methanol poisoning in Laos claimed the life of 2 Australians. The federal opposition says it's good to hear Australia did not strike a deal with Indonesia to secure the release of the remaining Bali 9 drug smugglers. The 5 men have returned home after nearly 20 years in prison. The Prime Minister says their release was an act of compassion by Indonesia's leader. Shadow Immigration Minister Dan Tehan says the transparency is welcome.
There has been secrecy around this, and the fact that it's the first time we've really heard clearly from the Prime Minister that it doesn't seem like there has been any deal. I think Australians would welcome the fact that the Prime Minister does seem to be being transparent about what has occurred.
Australians are being urged to help where they can as many face a continued struggle with meeting the cost of living. The Smith family is hoping its annual Christmas appeal will raise $5 million to help students access learning and mentoring programs. Chief Executive Doug Taylor says the support is desperately needed.
This is the 3rd Christmas in a row where families are experiencing cost of living pressures, and low-income families are having to make impossible choices between paying for rent, for groceries and essential school items.
To FIVEAA Sport, and it's play again on day 3 of the 3rd test between Australia and India at the Gabba. India is at the crease. They're 4 for 44 in reply to our first innings of 445. Well, the Big Bash continues tonight. It's the Renegades v the Sydney Sixers at the SCG. A hot training session for Port players today. Rory Atkins says they're feeling good in the lead up to the Christmas break.
Pre-season's been solid, training really well, and got one more session to get before we knock off for Chrissy. So we're digging in, and everyone looks raring to go.
Sam Darcy has signed a big contract extension with the Western Bulldogs on the back of a breakout season. The 21-year-old, who booted 38 goals from 21 games this year, recommitting until the end of 2029. And the Socceroos will take on Japan in their penultimate World Cup qualifier at Optus Stadium on June 5th. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Afternoon at Bedford Park, a breakdown on the Southern Expressway near Flinders Drive. Huntfield Heights, smash on the Southern Expressway near Beach Road, delays outbound. Hackham, big delays from this morning's truck roll over Main South Road at the Southern Expressway intersection. They're cleaning up debris from the accident still, lane closures in place. And got cameras, Cudmore Terrace, Henley Beach and the Esplanade at Semaphore today. Enjoy 20 times Flybuys points on selected drinks at Liquorland, like selected 4-pack cans of White Claw Hard Seltzer Natural Lime. Offer ends Tuesday. Choose to drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast.
Pineapple fans rejoice. Macca's new Hawaiian burger range is here for a limited time. So, Macca's run.
Mostly sunny this afternoon, sunny tomorrow 26, Wednesday sunny 29, Thursday sunny 33. Right now it's 35 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, gang investigators brought in after a drive-by shooting in Adelaide's north. Details of the secret mission to bring the remaining members of the Bali 9 home. Fewer toys under the tree, the new way grandparents are bringing joy to their grandkids at Christmas, and how spiders and crabs could hold the key to killing skin cancer. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
The FIVEAA Sports Show. Stephen Rowe and Tim Jennifer.
The gather round each year, it's got more and more interest. People went back and said, no, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to come.
Well, that's what my family did.
Correct. They don't want to miss it.
It's a winner.
It's an absolute
Massive
winner, and it's worked really well. Can we go beyond the 4 years?
Of course we will.
It'll be interesting.
The FIVEAA Sports Show.
It'd take a brave commission to take this away from Adelaide.
Weekdays from 4 p.m. on FIVEAA. Always Adelaide.
If fresh seafood is always a feature of your Christmas feasts, make sure you check out The Fish Factory. They're taking orders now so you can avoid the last-minute rush. The Fish Factory actually process their fish direct from the fishing boats. You can't get fresher fish unless you eat it on the boat. There's crayfish, South Australian West Coast oysters and king prawns, snapper, barramundi, mulloway and Atlantic salmon and more. The Fish Factory. Call 8341 1538. 8341 1538.
Here's a stat you need to hear. Literally, 1 in 6 Australians are living with some sort of hearing loss. It's hard to notice because it creeps up on you, but it doesn't have to get in the way of things. Not if you do something about it now. Can Do Hearing can provide solutions to make living with hearing loss so much better. And your options are almost endless. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Celebrate the festive season with FIVEAA Festive Specials. Whatever you fancy, a big red to bring over to your father-in-law's barbecue, a great Prosecco for your Aperol Spritz, or a chilled carton of lager to kick off your holidays. You'll find it at FIVEAA. Or for those hot on trends, see our range of ginger beers, seltzers, craft beers and local gins. From the FIVEAA family to your family. Have a happy Christmas. FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store for over 45 years.
Head to the gorgeous Adelaide Hills for the Oakbank Twilight Races this Friday. Gates open from 1:30 p.m. with plenty of action on and off the track. Perfect for family Christmas parties with hospitality options available online. The Oakbank Twilight Races is family friendly with after-race entertainment including live band Purple Monkey. There's plenty of food options too with food trucks and pop-up bars. Tickets and hospitality options are selling fast. Visit oakbankracingclub.com.au now. Gamble responsibly.
Looking for furniture that truly stands out? At Scott's Custom Furniture, we craft one-of-a-kind pieces tailored just for you. We work with you to plan the design, which is then custom built, so it matches and enhances your existing decor. Explore online stunning floor-to-ceiling timber display cabinets, unique front doors, elegant bed frames, and stylish side tables made from locally sourced Australian timber. Create timeless pieces. Just search for Scott's Custom Furniture and start designing furniture that you won't find anywhere else.
Timmy, Agostino Mitsubishi is definitely in the spirit of giving.
Yeah, buy a new Triton or Pajero from Agostino Mitsubishi and they'll give you a $2,500 fuel card.
Oh, nice.
Buy a new Outlander or Eclipse Cross and get a free $1,500 fuel card.
Plus, get up to $2,000 loyalty bonuses on all Tritons.
It's for a limited time only. Free fuel cards on Triton, Pajero, Outlander and Eclipse only at Agostino Mitsubishi Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is FIVEAA, always Adelaide. FIVEAA Summer Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It is coming up to 10 minutes past 3, 8223 0000. After 3:30, we want you to be a part of the show because we want to reward somebody with the $100 Vintage Chefco voucher. Restaurant quality dinners without the cooking or dishes. It's amazing. Order Vintage Chefco meal prep delivered fresh each week. $100 worth, and we want to know what your good stories are for the week. Give someone a nice bouquet. What have you seen that's lovely? Whether you've walked through one of the malls and you've seen beautiful Christmas decorations, just anything. But we want to get in as many calls as we can before 4 o'clock, so you can do that. We're going to do this right now.
Who let the dogs out?
Time to talk all things pets with Dr. Derek.
Who let the dogs out?
Dr. Derek McNair, hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's very nice to be here in the air-conditioned comfort.
It is. Has it cooled down a little bit out there?
Not really.
Okay.
Not
All
really.
right.
The car
should be coming through.
The car did say 35.5 when I was listening to the chap talking about the weather to you, so it's possibly come down a little bit, but it's hot.
Now, if you want to see Dr. Derek's beautiful yellow shirt he's got on today, you can log into the FIVEAA Facebook and YouTube live stream. It's a very nice shirt for a nice summer day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, very lovely.
It's quite light, which was an important choice.
Yeah. Dr. Derek, you're here. People call because it gets very busy, 8223 0000. This half an hour, we're going to reward you with this excellent prize. There's this local company called Georgie Paws. They make almost indestructible, almost, and I'm sure there's one dog that can rip them apart, dog toys made from safe materials in case they're accidentally eaten. We've got a $60 voucher, so that'll buy you a couple of toys, and they sell leashes and all sorts at georgiepaws.com. So give us a call, 8223 0000, and
they're very cool.
Very cute.
Very cool toys.
Yeah.
If you look on the website, they're so cool.
Yeah, we'll talk to the owner during the week and find out exactly why she created the business. But let's talk heat. What do we have to do to look after the pets? Just that little bit of extra when these temperatures get up high.
Yes, and again we probably see it every year and still silly. Last night I went to the supermarket just before it closed. And I was driving back, so it was about 5 o'clock, and my car said 38.5, and there was a guy walking along the pavement with his long-haired German Shepherd, and you feel like stopping. I didn't, because I didn't know if he was a nice person or not. But don't.
Yeah.
Don't. They don't need to be taken for a walk. Today, don't take them out in your car. I was just having a look. With today's temperature, 38 degrees, a dog in a car, in a locked car, in half an hour, 60 degrees. So, but they wouldn't last half an hour. 6 minutes is all it takes. So please leave them home. If you can, leave them indoors in air conditioning. Lots of sources of water. Even make big ice cubes and put them in the water to keep them cool. If they have to be outside, lots of shade. Lots of availability of water. Put a brick in the bottom of a bucket so it doesn't tip over. But try and keep them cool. Paddling pools, those little clamshells that you have for children, like have for sand pits. Put some water in there in the shade, because dogs cool down a lot because the blood, the blood vessels just above their paws that are very superficial, so that helps them cool down. So if they can get their wrists and their ankles into cold water, that will help them a lot.
Okay.
But yes, if they can be indoors, obviously that is better. Air conditioning, lying in the bed, listening to 5AA.
Isn't it? They're funny though. Pets are funny, because when I left this morning, Edna was just sprawled out on the bed with just legs akimbo everywhere. I suppose that's the way to get cool. They just separate everything.
Yes.
From them. It's very cute.
Yes, they have some loss of just like in their armpits. They have some loss of heat from there, and their tummies are often, or sometimes they're bald, and so they can lose heat from there as well. But some of them are really silly, like I can't talk about Freddie, but she likes to go outside, and we have to take all her balls away. She doesn't play the balls in the heat, and then she goes outside, quickly go to the toilet, and then come back in again. But
Freddie.
Some dogs don't want to come back into the cool.
Yeah, I think Edna, she'll poke her head out, go and have a look around. She's like, no, this is not the weather I like, and she'll come back in, which I'm very, very glad about.
Yes, sensible.
Sure. Hey, and you wanted to talk about parvovirus as well.
Yes, it's been in the news a bit. It's in certain areas around Adelaide. The worrying thing, it's a virus. It's a virus that, if dogs get it, even with treatment, about half of them die. So it's really nasty. It takes the lining off the bowel. So they vomit up blood, and they pass blood through their bottom, and they very quickly die. The vaccination is fabulous. So if you're getting a puppy for Christmas, basically get it vaccinated about 6 weeks, get it vaccinated at 10 weeks. You can at 11 weeks, if they've been vaccinated at 6 and 10, let them outside, but try and keep them away from dog parks and places where a lot of dogs have been, and then get them vaccinated again about 14 weeks. And the vaccination is so good that certain vaccine companies, if the dog has been vaccinated as per their recommendations, if they then, excuse me, if they then get parvo, the vaccine companies will pay for all the treatment. So they are so confident, and that's why I've been at the parade 27 years, a long time. We've had one case in 27 years, and that came from quite far away, and a dog that hadn't been vaccinated. So we don't see it because the dogs get vaccinated. But it's a horrible disease. It's the saddest thing you'll ever see. So, and it can be prevented. 3 vaccinations as a puppy, and then 1 a year, or sometimes there's some vaccinations now that last for 3 years, and that will stop your dog from getting it. And the virus can last and still affect other dogs for almost a year in dog poo. So your dog actually doesn't have to meet another dog. It can get it from just wandering the streets and sniffing and licking around the pavements and stuff. So, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just horrible, yeah. So those vaccinations are really important. Let's get into some calls. We want to give somebody the $60 Georgie Paws voucher. Frank from McGill, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Good, thank you.
What's an easier way of getting medication, like a tablet or Drontal tablet, for the dog to take it? Because she would not take it this morning.
Okay.
I put it around in the cheese and all that, and she ate all the cheese and left the tablet.
Okay. There's a couple of ways you can try it, Frank. One is we've started using, there's little treats called churros, which most dogs love and most cats love. And they've sort of got a soft, it's a bit like a very small sausage roll, but the centre of the sausage roll is very soft. So if the tablet is small enough, you can actually put a tablet in the centre of that, and most dogs will take that. The other way that I do is the 5 bits of meat technique. So just say your dog likes chicken. So you have 5 pieces of chicken, and you put the tablet in number 4. So you give the dog a piece of chicken with no tablet, number 1, number 2, number 3. Then you give her number 4 with your left hand. And you have number 5 in your right hand where she can see it. And so you give number 4 and immediately offer number 5. And she'll just swallow number 4 without thinking to try and get to number 5. To my knowledge, it has not failed yet.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Give it a go. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, find the nicest bit of meat that she really likes and make sure you bury the tablet in and make sure she sees number 5 while she's eating number 4. Yeah.
I'll try it out.
Okay.
Good luck, Frank. Thank you. It's coming up to 3:20. We'll take a quick break, but keep your calls coming. 8223 0000. We've got Dr. Derek McNair here from the Nord Parade Veterinary Clinic. That's where
That's
you are,
close
isn't
enough.
it? Yep. It's up there, up the parade, though.
Next time you buy seafood from the deli section of your supermarket, ask them if they know who caught it. Oh, wait, sorry, you can't, because they won't know. Unlike Kirkbride Seafood, they won't have the contact details of the person who caught it, what time it was caught, or where it was caught. I mean, you'd have to care a hell of a lot to go to those sorts of lengths. Lucky for you, Kirkbride Seafood do. Doothie Street, Unley. kirkbrideseafood.com.au.
Hello, I'm Nick Mastro, Managing Director of Distinctive Funerals. From me and my team, may you and your family have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You don't want to make us part of your holiday plans. Do me a favour, drive safe. Spend quality time with your family so we can spend it with ours. But if you do need us, call us 8241 5151. Distinctive Funerals, by your side, helping you cherish a life.
Downtime hits different with Tennis Court Hire. Whether it's a friend you want to see, a bit of time for me, or just finding an hour free. Whatever you're into, get out on court. Play.tennis.com.au.
When you're hosting a family Christmas party, you might start with a go-to roast. a drama-proof seating plan, and that gravy recipe that's a family secret. But those in the know find all the answers in the aisles at Pal's. Sam and Jamie from Parafield Airport Liquor Store know every drop on the shelf. They can make sure you have the best wines, beers, and spirits for everyone. And great gift ideas too, all under one roof. Parafield Airport Liquor Store, Pals, next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
Health Fund members, visit OPSM before December 31 to save 50% off lens extras with a new pair of frames and lenses. OPSM accepts all health funds and most claims can be processed on the spot. T's and C's apply, see website for details. OPSM, all about your eyes.
Kangaroo Island. It's best enjoyed getting up close to nature. Escaping with friends. Enjoying the serenity and celebrating milestones. Together. Unpretentious, unexpected, untamed. Experience Kangaroo Island unfiltered. Book your self-drive getaway now at sealink.com.au.
G'day, it's Fitzy here. You know what, I wish my kids would call me a legend, but the actual legends down south are Lamb Solar. South Australia has some of the most expensive electricity prices in the world, an unfortunate fact that Lamb couldn't accept. Lamb is a team of local champions who care about finding the best solar solution for your home. They're honest and they don't do the hard sales thing. So if you're thinking about solar, think LAMM, Lamb, the real legends of the South.
5AA Summer Afternoons with Angie McBride.
Coming up to 23 minutes past 3, Dr. Derek McNair is here, 8223 0000. We've got the $60 Georgie Paws voucher to give away. They've got almost indestructible toys. They're safe, and they've got all sorts on their website. GeorgiePaws.com will award one of them shortly. Hello, Sayo. Thanks for waiting.
That's all right. Welcome to the nice cool weather here in Adelaide.
Oh, thank you.
Merry Christmas to you all.
You too. Thank you. Thank you.
Georgie Paws, I have 2 Labradors.
Mm-hmm.
Piarco and Tic Tac, they will rip their toys. I could almost, they've ripped everything else.
Put them to the test, hey?
Yeah, put them to the big test. My main question is how do I stop them eating cat poo? It gives me the poos, them eating it.
Is this your own cats?
Yeah, we've got 2 cats, 2 dogs.
Yes.
And I may miss the cat going to the litter tray.
Yeah.
And I've got a hood on it as well, and they both go into it, and if I'm not quick enough, they've got it and eaten it.
Right. Yes. The short answer is you can't.
Well,
no, you can. You can. You can, but you need to put the litter tray somewhere where they can't get to it. So you can either, if you can find somewhere that is a really high up, safe area that the cats can climb up to get to the litter tray and the dogs can't reach.
Yep.
That is one option. The other option is much more expensive. There's actually litter trays that, after the cat's been to the toilet, they're self-cleaning.
I've seen them. Yeah, they are expensive.
Yes. So once your cat's been to the toilet and they get off the litter tray, this rake comes across and moves the toilet into a down underneath compartment that then shuts off. So, but if you've got a big strong dog, I mean, maybe they'd be able to sort of chew up the litter tray. That would be the problem, I would think. But
they're 2 Labradors and they're little terrors. They're only 2.
It can't be tasty, Sayo. Why do you do it, Dr. Derek?
There is an answer to that, but I'm not going to go into it.
It's not dinner time yet.
No.
Yeah, but being Labradors, it's a wonder they don't ask for gravy on them.
I know. For dogs who do that with their own toilet, then giving them pineapple works in about 50% of cases. But
I might try pineapple. You never know.
But the cats.
The cats won't.
Cats
love the
generally will not eat pineapple. If yours do, that would be amazing. You could give it a go, but I wouldn't be saying it with any degree of confidence.
Oh, no, the Labradors will eat anything.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Well, good luck there.
Yeah. Try finding a
Good
big
luck
high
there.
shelf that the cats can jump up onto, but the dogs can't reach. That's the easiest solution.
Hello, Elaine.
Hi, how you going, Angie?
Good.
That's good. Dr. Derek, I have a golden retriever,
Yes.
and as is typical, loves the water.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the beach most days, and as soon as she's on the beach, she's swimming.
Yes.
How do I stop her drinking the salt water?
You can't. You can't.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah.
it doing
does
her
it? Does
harm?
it? Does it go right through her in about
Oh, yeah.
20 minutes? Yeah. 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 No.
'Cause salt acts as a detox, doesn't it, for anybody?
Yes, it shoots through very, very quickly, and yeah, it's not very, very pleasant. And a lot of dogs do it, and I if anyone's listening, if they've got a solution, that would be fabulous. I've never found a way. You know, they're not very good at using snorkels.
But
So,
like Elaine asked, is it doing them any harm?
most dogs will just pass through and that's it, and they happily go on their way. I've got a couple of clients whose dogs do it and they get quite an upset tummy and feel a bit miserable for about 24 hours. So I've just told them that they really just can't go into the water unless you have them, on a long lead, and keep their head above water. Don't let them swim. I'm afraid, Elaine, I haven't come up with a solution other than not allowing them to go in far enough to swallow the water.
Oh, my goodness, she would just die if she could see the water and not get in it.
But does it upset her? Does she?
No, not really. It's
no.
just a bit upsetting when she comes up and it goes through her like water and you can't pick it up.
Yes.
We've got some great topics today.
It's lovely coming up to
People aren't
Christmas.
having
Fabulous.
afternoon tea.
So I'm sorry, Elaine.
It's not upsetting her. There's no stress.
No, it's usually fine. If it doesn't upset her, if you're happy to put up with the consequences, that's fine.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
I wouldn't let her
Thank
do
you,
it every
Elaine.
day, because if she did it every day, that can wash out some of the
Vitamins and like
the
dehydrator and
nice
stuff.
bacteria
Yeah,
in the tummy.
yeah.
So, but every now and again seems to be fine.
All right, let's go to Ken. Hi, Ken.
Oh, good afternoon, guys. How you going?
Good.
That's the way. Got a dog that's got a disease that I'm just trying to think what the bloody name of it is. Now I've had a blank. Anyway, I'm a bit wary about taking him to the vets to have a vaccination.
Mhm.
He has had a C5 since September last year.
Yeah.
With the C5 vaccination, does that give coverage for parvo as well?
Yes, it does.
It does,
Yes,
yeah?
it does. Yep. The C5 is made up of a C3 and a C2, which makes a C5. The C2 is the kennel cough, and the C3 is distemper, hepatitis, and parvo. You can, if you don't want to get your dog vaccinated too often, or there's various reasons, then there's a C3 vaccination that lasts for 3 years.
Right.
And we use that quite a lot, and that protects dogs from parvo for at least 3 years.
Right.
Is it because of your dog's illness that you're not?
Yeah, it's Cushing's disease.
Okay.
Dr. Derek. I just had a mental
That's
blank
okay.
before.
Yeah.
And so it's sort of like he's probably had it for 12 months, and the vet said maybe 12 months to 2 years survival rate. And he's on medication, and I was sort of just thinking the beautiful little guy's 13, and I just was, does he need to go and have a C5? He's not an outdoor. He doesn't venture too far from our property.
Right.
That type of thing. So I was sort of just.
If he's got Cushing's, and if the Cushing's is well balanced with the medication, most dogs with Cushing's will live a long time. So 1 or 2 years, unless there's some underlying factor that's going to sort of hasten his demise. Most dogs with Cushing's last a lot longer than that if you get the balance of the medication correct, and it doesn't usually adversely affect their immune system either. So there's no reason, if his steroids are balanced, which is the problem with Cushing's, an overactive production of steroids and cortisone. If that's balanced, then there's no reason why you shouldn't get a vaccination. And maybe ask your vets to get the 3 year, maybe just do the C3. The kennel cough, if he doesn't mix with other dogs and doesn't go to kennels, you can probably give that a miss.
All right. Thank you, Ken. We'll just go to the headlines with Mel. Dr. Derek, you're going to stick around because we've got a couple more calls. We want to put some more calls in for the Georgie Paws voucher.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. Two 17-year-old boys have been charged with possessing ammunition without a licence and failing to answer questions after shots were fired at Andrews Farm this morning. South Australian police officers will receive the biggest pay rise in 30 years in a bid to stop staff leaving the force. Pina coladas have been linked to a suspected poisoning in Fiji. And in sport, the weather is not behaving in Brisbane. Rain has again stopped play at the Gabba. India sitting at 4 for 48 in reply to Australia's 445. The 5AA forecast, mostly sunny this afternoon, sunny tomorrow 26. Right now it's 35 degrees. We'll have more news at 4 and as it happens on 5AA.
Hey, hi, Mike Keelan here and a Merry Christmas to you all. I just love Christmas. I really, really do. So with Christmas, all of you, enjoy the day. Be magnanimous as much as you can. Be as loving as much as you can for this very, very special day. Once a year that brings us all together as family. Merry Christmas.
Better for life.
At Southern Cross Care, we understand that your retirement needs are as individual as you. So we offer better retirement living at a location and price to suit you. From luxury apartments in Myrtle Bank to country living in Mount Barker. From riverside views in Goolwa to affordable units in Marion. We have the retirement lifestyle for you. Southern Cross Care. 1800 852 772.
Better for life.
When you book a hearing test with Can Do Hearing, you'll be seen by an accredited audiologist. Can Do Hearing is South Australian, and we're not owned by a hearing aid manufacturer. This means we only recommend what's going to work for you, and your options are almost endless. Plus the extra bonus, our profits go to Can Do for Kids, supporting local kids living with hearing and vision loss. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing today. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Rowie and I are at a local restaurant who have invested in the magnificently sleek and reliable Vulcan doors. Rowie, could you step outside for a moment, please?
Oh, why is it always me outside?
Thank you. Vulcan doors offer automatic pedestrian doors as well as highly secure industrial roller doors and shutters.
Oi, Timmy!
So keep out the heat as well as the pests that come with it.
Turbo, when are you going to let me back in?
Vulcan doors.
Timmy!
Separate yourself
Oi!
from the rest, literally.
Oi!
Celebrate the festive season with FIVEAA festive specials. Whatever you fancy, a big red to bring over to your father-in-law's barbecue, a great Prosecco for your Aperol Spritz, or a chilled carton of lager to kick off your holidays. You'll find it at FIVEAA. Or for those hot on trends, see our range of ginger beers, seltzers, craft beers and local gins. From the FIVEAA family to your family. Have a happy Christmas. FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store for over 45 years.
The Platinum Cruise Club by Phil Hoffman Travel is your gateway to exclusive perks across a range of cruise lines. Gain early access to member-only cruise deals, exclusive onboard credit, special event invitations, 10% off travel insurance and $100 off your first booking. It's free to join, and if you sign up this December, you could win a $500 travel voucher. Sign up to the Platinum Cruise Club by Phil Hoffman Travel today at pht.com.au.
Dad always used to say, "You're only as good as how hard you try." So I try really hard.
But what if trying isn't enough? Like all children, 8-year-old Owen deserves his hard work to pay off. But for 1 in 6 Australian children, poverty can cause them to fall behind despite their best efforts. You can help provide access to extra learning support and give them an equal chance to make the most of their education. Please donate today. Search the Smith family.
Always live. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA Summer Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It is 25 minutes to 4, and Dr. Derek is hanging around. A couple more calls we want to get through, and we want to give away the Georgie Paws voucher. Trish has been waiting. Hello, Trish.
Hello. Yes, I've got a dog
that we took in, he was a rescue dog. He'd had 11 foster homes before
dear.
we got him. Poor boy.
Thing. Goodness.
I mean, we realised why, because city people had adopted him or taken him in, and he couldn't get any permanency because he was quite a handful. He's a German Shepherd crossed with a greyhound, believe it or not.
Energetic.
We had him, very. We had him DNA tested because everyone said, he must have dingo in him, because he looks similar to a dingo colour-wise and eyes-wise and things like that, but he's not.
Right.
But he's definitely German Shepherd, his mother was. Now, look, what they did, a lot of people, I was told, was to keep him busy. If anyone that had fostered him had to go to work or whatever, they gave him sticks. They gave him a pile of sticks, in fact.
Okay.
And just to keep him busy because no one knew really what to do with him, right? So anyway, we've had him for quite some time, and recently I turned around, like where I have to go every day, and I can't leave him home because my mother's 93, so he'll knock her over. And so he has to come with me, and that's fine. That's really fine. But it's in the Adelaide Hills, and it's in a rural situation where I go every day. And so I turned around, and because he's a stick dog, for some reason, of course, he doesn't know that snakes are not sticks. And he had a snake in his mouth. And it was a red belly black, which probably is lucky because I think a brown would have bitten him instantly, but I screamed the loudest I've ever screamed in my life. He dropped it, which was great. And the snake hadn't bitten him, or it couldn't bite him because he had it sort of by the head. Is there anything that you can suggest? Like, I mean, knowing that he's been trained to chase sticks for a long time, is there anything you can suggest besides tying him up and not letting him have his freedom where I go, that could teach him the difference between a stick and a snake? I know it's difficult.
No. The short answer is no. And also, I'd try not to give him sticks to chew either.
No, I don't. I definitely.
You don't.
I've given up on sticks.
That's what he's had in the past. Yes. Now, if you get dogs, and most dogs with the word terrier in their name, which he doesn't because he's a German Shepherd or a greyhound, but they both have chasing and hunting instincts as well. So it's almost an innate genetic instinct, and he might not have even done it even if he didn't have the sticks. A lot of dogs will just go and they don't realise snakes are dangerous. They think it's a bit of a game. It's moving. It's a toy maybe to them. The short answer is no. Again, if anyone knows any, I'd always say you just have to try and keep them away from the snakes. If you're in a snake area, keep them on a lead. Lock them in a house. So no. I'm sorry. I'm afraid the short answer is no. Yeah, we've had some dogs who have bitten snakes 3 times, or they've been bitten 3 times, and and you think, they don't associate the snake biting them with, half an hour or 2 hours later suddenly being really unwell. It's the fun of the chase. So sorry, Trish. Sorry.
That's all right. Thank you anyway.
So Trish, you're gonna stick with him?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, good on you.
He's got a home for the rest of his life, and I will just be very careful with him, and I do everything I can to avoid it, and tie him up and either, if the weather's compatible, leave him in the car with all the windows down, and he's hooked up in there so he can't jump out a window. Like, if I think there's a snake around, I will definitely look after him, but there might come a time one day, that I'm just not careful enough.
But if you're alert and you're doing everything you can, that's all you can do, isn't it?
I'm very, very alert to it, and I just can't leave him home with my mum because she's 93, and look, if she has a fall and she's got bad osteoporosis, so it would could be the end of her. So it's sort of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Who do I protect the most?
The mum or the dog? That's a difficult question.
It's very. I mean, you can get like toys you can put food in and stuff like that that can occupy them for a while. I thought it was a joke when you said, "Are you going to stick with him?"
Oh no, because some people.
No,
that's the truth, though.
I know, but using the word stick.
Oh, haha.
Oh, there you go.
I made a joke and I wasn't even trying to be funny.
You weren't even trying to be funny. There you go.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Trish. Glenn, thanks for waiting. John from Glencowie, thanks for waiting.
That's all right. Thank you very much for taking my call. Much appreciated. Dr. Derek, I've got a 19, almost 20-year-old Burmese cat. She's also got a brother. He's also obviously the same age. She's starting to develop this slight, I call it a micro seizure, where the jaw will sort of clamp up for a microsecond, and she just loses balance for a little bit.
Right.
Her brother had the same thing probably about a year ago, and he's on a number of medications for his heart and everything else that's going on with him, but we can't remember which one dealt with the twitch, or if you can recommend something else that might help with the micro seizure.
Yeah, if it's a micro seizure, and it probably is at that age, then they can get. Is there anything else wrong with her?
She's got high blood pressure. She's on blood pressure medication as well.
Is that because of a thyroid problem, or?
I think it's kidney disease.
Oh, it's kidneys. Okay. Yes, if it's a mini seizure, then the two things I would think of trying, and obviously talk to your vet first. You want to look at all her bloods, and first would be phenobarbital, which is a good old-fashioned anti-seizuring medication that is usually pretty good. After a couple of weeks, the first couple of weeks they can be a bit tired and sleepy, and then they get used to it. But start off at a low dose, even sort of 1 milligram per kilogram. The recommended dose, I think, is 2 to 8 milligrams per kilogram. So maybe start off at 1 milligram. The other thing you could think about is also a very low dose of cortisone. Sometimes with these really old cats, there's some swelling in the brain that can cause this. And cortisone is a very strong anti-inflammatory, and that can take away swelling from in the brain, and that can help with these things as well. But the cortisone, again, you want to use a low dose, and you want to talk to your vet about other things because it has potential side effects. But I guess it's a balance of how bad the seizures are against the potential benefits. But 19 or 20, that's fabulous. You're doing something fabulous. Right. So I'd either look at phenobarbital or prednisolone.
A couple of things before we go. Heather wants to know, can animals get parvo from drinking the same water as an infected animal?
Technically, no. Yes, the virus generally comes from the back end. Okay. So some of it can come if the dog's vomited into the water, or if some of the toileting has accidentally got into the water, then that can happen. But usually if dogs got parvo, they'll be so unwell, they'll be in the vets because they don't want to even drink. So, they become very miserable very quickly.
Now, Leanne, she said she's at work, so I can't talk. My 2-year-old male cat is in perfect health but won't drink anything, ever. Have many bowls plus ponds and waterfalls outside, a fresh bowl of water in every room of the house. He gets very constipated, so I give him paraffin twice a week. Tried bone broth and cat milk, not interested. Any ideas?
If he's very healthy, he's obviously getting enough water from somewhere. If you don't get enough water and you become dehydrated, then you become very unwell. So I'd imagine she may be feeding a lot of those sachets that you get at the supermarket. In our house we call them soups, because they are 60 to 80% water. Mm-hmm. So if cats eat a lot of those, they're actually drinking a lot of water, and so they don't need to drink water as such from a bowl. And if a cat was not getting enough water, he'd be very unwell. So he's getting it from somewhere.
Okay. Dr. Derek, I'm going to give Trish from Prospect the Georgie Paws voucher because she's a fostering and looking after that poor German Shepherd cross greyhound who's had 11 foster homes. So I'm just going,
and the toys might occupy him rather than the sticks.
Yeah. So congratulations, Trish. You've won the
That's very
$60 voucher. You can buy some toys and whatever else. Georgie Paws, the almost indestructible dog toys made from safe materials in case they're accidentally eaten. GeorgiePaws.com. Dr. Derek McNair, thank you. You are where?
27 The Parade, Norwood.
Okay.
Next to Two and Two.
Now, I won't see you before Christmas. You'll probably be back Monday, but I won't be back Monday. I'll be back Christmas Day. Have a lovely Christmas.
You too. Have a very nice Christmas, and I hope Edna has a very nice day as well.
And she will. She's lives in luxury.
Oh, she does.
Thank you, Dr. Derek.
5AA is your go-to station this A-League season, teaming up with the Adelaide United.
That's right, Rowie. As always, we'll bring you the latest news, interviews and updates across the season as they happen.
Everything thrilling, every goal, every tackle, we've got you covered, so come on you Reds.
Keep it on 5AA for all your info and get behind the team at Cooper Stadium. Tickets from Ticketek.
5AA, always Adelaide, and proud partners of Adelaide United.
Every child deserves a flying start. That's why the Government of South Australia is rolling out preschool for 3-year-olds to improve outcomes for young children. There's never been a better time to explore a career in early childhood, with a growing number of roles, financial support while you study, and flexible career pathways. Play your part in their flying start. Visit earlychildhood.sa.gov.au/flying start. A message from the Government of South Australia.
Austrac Campers Tanami X13B is compact, nimble and family friendly. Was $57,990, now $53,990, with room for you, your partner and your little Austracker.
Austrac.
Austrac.
Austrac Campers.
Alex Ross here from the Adelaide Strikers. Our first home game is just around the corner and we want our fans to pack out the Adelaide Oval. Join me and the team this Friday night as we take on the Melbourne Stars in our season opener. Get your tickets at adelaidestrikers.com.au, starting from just $37 for adults and $13 for kids. Adelaide Strikers, our city, our team.
What's this?
Looking for the perfect Christmas gift? 2 words, animal experiences. Perfect for all ages and ideal for those hard to buy for people. These unique experiences offer the chance to get up close with some amazing creatures at either Adelaide Zoo or Monado Safari Park. So say goodbye to ordinary Christmas gifts and hello to memories that will last a lifetime. Make this Christmas truly special. Search Animal Experiences to find out more.
Losing your grip on things? If painful and stiff hands are affecting the things you enjoy and everyday life, get in touch with GRIP. GRIP is a specialised hand and wrist practice with a team of highly qualified hand surgeons and therapists specialising in hand trauma, carpal tunnel syndrome, osteoarthritis, joint replacement, sports injuries, nerve pain and more. To get a grip on the life you loved before, free from hand pain, visit gripsurgery.com.au.
They say 20,000 hours in any field makes you master of it. So imagine what 160 years makes you. For more than 160 years, Anglicare SA has supported South Australians in need. Whether it's gardening, meal prep, housework or transport to appointments, Anglicare SA gives seniors as much or as little support as they need. For more on Anglicare SA's coordination and clinical services, visit anglicaresa.com.au.
On the first day of Christmas, Wayville Hyundai gave to me 3 years of free servicing. Every in-stock vehicle sold this December comes with 3 years of free servicing, plus a surprise from under our Christmas tree. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai.
5AA Summer Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It is coming up to 10 minutes to 4. Rowie should be sticking his head through the door shortly, but we want some calls. 8223 0000.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
Stacey's Afternoon Delight.
Afternoon delight.
All right, what have you seen or heard in the last week or so that's just made you feel very, very nice. We want to give away before 4 o'clock. You have to ring 8223 0000. We want to give away the $100 vintage Chefco voucher, restaurant quality dinners without the cooking or dishes. You can order vintage Chefco meal prep delivered fresh each week. Just ring us now. You got to come on air. Got to be in the running. Stephen Rowe, hello. How are you?
Well, how steamy and hot is it out there?
I haven't been out for a few hours.
I don't know, top of Australia.
Well,
you
probably
know,
a
in
little
Darwin
bit warmer.
and Cairns.
Yeah,
and
see,
it is
our
steamy.
heat is different, isn't it?
We have a dry heat.
Yeah,
this
we
is
do.
a real humid, stuffy, you can't breathe, you can't work type of heat. I said the Brecky show when I did my cross this morning, it was such a hot night. And we're renting a house and we don't have an air conditioner. We have an evaporative one. It just doesn't work in the heat. So we had we had no air conditioning. There were mozzies everywhere. I got absolutely taken away by mozzies last night. And I've got a link because it was a magnificent, beautiful full moon. So I'm wondering if the mozzies are out when it's humid and a full moon.
I don't know, but you know what? Funny you say that because I'm going to get a mozzie expert on this week because I went to take a shirt out of the wardrobe. All these mozzies came out of the wardrobe. 10 of them.
Oh, God.
And I just thought, what the hell? What do they like? Do they like, is it the heat that does it? And so you want me to ask if the full moon has anything to do with it?
Humidity, full moon. What brings out the mozzies? Because, God, I got attacked last night. So I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I've been grumpy all day.
Oh, no.
But then I switched onto the cricket, and boy, oh boy, wowee, Australia all out for 4:45. Travis Head got a ton. We'll speak about all of that. Best batsman in the world today. Name one better.
Best batsman?
Best batsman in the world
I'm not the one to
today.
ask.
Name another batsman.
I don't know.
Say Virat Kohli.
Oh, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli.
Can you remember when, who's the buffhead that got in? Trump? He went to India and he said, Virat Kohli. Have you got that as a grab? That's
no,
anyway.
I don't have it handy.
Yeah,
sorry. You have
Kim
to get Sam
Hughes
to
joins us. Former Crow Rory Atkins, his nickname's the Rat. He's now been traded to Port, so we're going to join us.
Okay.
Scotty Campriali coached him for the 4 or 5 years he was at Crows, and he said his football IQ was immense. So we're going to speak to him about his football IQ.
Now, I know you're unhappy today because of the mozzies and the weather and all sorts.
I'm just tired. I'm just flat.
But we want to give away this $100 vintage Chefco. Have you found anything nice in the last week that you can tell the listeners that something that's just made you feel really nice in the last week?
Oh, well, have I? What?
Okay, good.
I have a little grandson. His name is Rory O'Neill. He's as pasty white as any Irishman you've ever seen. He's as white as that, as I hold it up through that live stream.
Yeah.
I got a phone call late Friday from my daughter. I've got tickets to Santa's Winter Wonderland on Saturday, and we're on from 10 to 2. Dad, would you like to come?
Oh, nice.
Well, I went kicking it.
Oh, so you have been?
I loved it.
You went just Saturday gone?
This Saturday just gone. Make sure you go. Sponsored by Nova, our friends downstairs.
Yeah, it's FIVEAA.
It was, and AA, are we sponsored too?
I think so. But,
oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
It was sensational.
So what did you enjoy the most?
Hey?
What did you enjoy the most?
Just watching my little grandson with a smile on his face.
Oh, that's nice.
He absolutely tuckered himself out. And I fed him with ice cream and everything, and then he was just a pill after that.
He went up, then he came down.
Oh,
with the
my
sugar.
God. You know, when you see kids, and I think they allow 500, and they do it very well. So there's no line-ups, it's not too busy, it's absolutely perfect.
Oh, good.
It's as good a thing as I've been with kids. But right at the end, he's on the ground because he wasn't allowed to do something. He's got his head in his hands and, you know, had the shoulders going and suki la la. And that's
very
when
cute.
A grandfather can leave. So I said, see you, Gemma, and I went home.
Well, see, that makes you feel better. It takes all your woes.
It made
woes
my
off.
week.
All right, thank you, Rowie. We'll
see you
tune in
after
from
4.
4. Yeah, we will be here. Make sure you tune in and you give the guys a call, 8223 0000. So you want to give away, we've still got a few minutes left, the $100 vintage Chefco voucher. Somebody has sent a message in. I'll go back to who that was. Their afternoon delight. It was a couple of days ago. The South Australian Metropolitan Fire Service celebrated a remarkable milestone. 50 years since Station Officer Peter Tumix first joined the MFS. Peter has dedicated half a century to serving our community with unwavering commitment, bravery and professionalism. Although the official anniversary is next year, we wanted to mark this incredible achievement today as Peter takes out some well-deserved leave. Congratulations, Peter, and congratulations. That is lovely. I'm just going over here to find out who sent that lovely message through. Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you very, very much. Sue says, yeah, Roey's mozzie comment. No mozzies, but stupid slow-moving flies, lots and lots. Yeah, no, I've had the mozzie problem. We're hoping to get a mozzie expert on this week to chat about what the hell was in my wardrobe. Lots of them. So I spent half the morning. I didn't have time to make my breakfast. I was trying to swat these mozzies. Hi, Louis.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
That's good. What's your good story, your afternoon delight?
I had some fried rice out of the freezer.
You had some fried rice?
Yeah.
And what else was that?
It was just put it in the microwave.
Oh, you found it in the freezer?
Front eggs, yeah.
Oh, fried rice is good, isn't it?
Lovely.
Oh, good.
It's only $5.
Bargain. Well, that's an afternoon delight.
It's
Anything
right,
that's
yeah.
on sale. So how are you coping with the weather?
Well, actually, I slept from 10 last night till 6 in the morning with the 3 fans on.
Good. Well, that's excellent. That's a good sleep, isn't it?
I woke up with FIVEAA.
Good. Well, since you've called in, Louis, we're going to give you the afternoon delight. That'll help you a little bit after Christmas. I don't think they're taking any orders before Christmas, but I'll pop you back to M and you will give you the $100 vintage Chefco voucher.
Thank you.
All right, and congratulations. And don't forget, I've seen those meals. They look amazing. They're restaurant quality dinners without the cooking or dishes. It's the Vintage Chef Co. They're meal prep, they're delivered fresh each week, and they're absolutely delicious. My afternoon delight before we go is the 2 Saturday Cross Lotto Division 1 winners in Adelaide over the weekend in South Australia. So where did they get? Enfield Man? I think they got a couple of million each, was it? $1 million each? And one winner was purchased at the North Park News Agency, Main North Road Prospect, and then the other one, Mawson Central News Agency at Main Street, Mawson, giving 2 locals, $1 million each. That's great. That's my afternoon delight. We're out of here. Roey, Campo, and Sam Tugwell are on after 4 o'clock. Thank you very much. We will do it all again tomorrow.
At Phil Hoffman Corporate Travel, we understand how important peace of mind is for you and your business travellers. With over 30 years' experience, our friendly and efficient travel consultants provide personalised travel management services.